Oh yeah, that's normal.
Undersea Second Amendment.
There we go. Almost there. Stupid going on, everybody. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Back to there. Hitting this, and then hopefully, hey, it works. Look at that. Welcome to we're here. I have far too much stupid to deal with today. It is an overwhelming. It's like a gathering of the fraternal order of stupid. It is majestically, incredibly stupid. So hit that like. Let me know that you can put up with it, that you can stand it, that you can. I'll give you just a little sampling of just at the level of dumb we're talking about. All of these folks. Actually, we're not. Well. Technically, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's this guy, but it might. Okay, it's not this guy. This guy's not. He's probably stupid. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's on Guilfoyle's show. But this guy is the main stupid, and then he's stupid later in somebody else's stupid clip. It's amazing. It's just. And I'm not. By the way, I don't want you to. If you're a maggot out there, I don't want you to feel like I'm using stupid in a pejorative sense. Oh no. Oh dear God, no! I'm using pejorative in its materially factual, functional context. Yes. All right. There we go. So, thank you, Trucker John. Thanks for the raids. By the way, share the show out. Let us know you're there. Why would the audio be bad? I don't know. Maybe reload your page. I don't know if that's it. Am I just I'm too hot lady. All right. Because that's a whole lot of hecky doodle going on. Okay. But there it is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Share the show, by the way, and hi, Instagram people. You're alone in the vertical world. I am not on TikTok because it's the butt knuckle of the internet, and there you go. Okay, thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Dragon. Yeah, it's Final TV. Okay, yeah, it's a YouTube thing. It's not on my end. Please try to check your end of the settings before you tell me about them, because you guys know what a panic I go into trying to make the show good on the shoestring that I'm here for. And by the way, patreon.com/HalSparks if you'd like to make that shoestring, while still a shoestring, slightly thicker and more resilient. You know, that like that cord that like paratroopers use instead of the one that comes stock with a pair of kids. That would be it. Anyways, here we go. This is first of all, let me just start with this, if I may, and I think I might, ladies and gentlemen. This is the picture that Kimberly Guilfoyle uses of herself right now. No. No, you do not look like that at all. You look like a spectral haunting of someone who used to look like that. Like, that's the picture that's on the dresser in the ghost story, but you look like the woman who was, I picked her up on the side of the road and gave her a ride to a gas station. She's been dead for 22 years. That's what you, okay. So, needless to say, let's jump right in. Let's see if I can leap ahead in this BS. Okay. See what I mean? It's just there, and then there. This, and then that. That's just rude. Also, what happened to your what's the name for that thing? I always forget it. It's the one thing I cannot file. The little divot at the top of your lip. that I wish mine was more pronounced, but it isn't. But there's just none. It's like, it's even looks like it's been filled with filler. Who gets that spackled shut? The fistral, thank you. Yeah, who gets their fistral spackled shut? Right? Okay. So she brings on, we don't have time for this shit. She talks about some stuff, and then because this is a whole broadcast, she brings in this dude. Now, let me tell you something. You guys know how I hate these motherfuckers who refuse to solve the equation using the actual elements of the equation instead of just leaving X that stands for, yes, the filter. The part where COVID happened blank. Yes? Okay. And I think The Princess and Her Pup is that the new Christy Nome book? Ouch! Did he go there? Yes, he did. You open it up and there's a bullet hole through every page. It's like one of those kids' books where you can put your finger through it and make it the tail, except it's always just the brain hole. All right, never mind. So she's on the rumbles. Yeah, she's rumbly in her tumbly. And she brings on this dude. See if you guys can see what pissed me off about this shit too soon. It happened like 20 years ago, didn't it? 15 years ago?
Entrepreneur Barry Habib joins me today. Barry, thank you so much for being...
Barry Habib, not Barry Heavy. He's not very heavy. He's so heavy. Barry been so very, very good to me.
Back on the program.
Oh, what an honor to be with you. Love
Isn't
being
it?
with you, and thank you so much for the very kind words.
It's lovely, and thank you very much for the very kind filter. It's just a rule. They just shellac everybody on this fucking show.
Fantastic. Okay, so much going on. You're the perfect person to discuss all this with.
One-on-one with entrepreneur Barry Habib, and this is an attack on Bidenomics, just to catch everybody up. We're not going to watch all this shit, but I just want to give you an idea. And then we're going to jump over to Russell Brand and Don Jr., and then we'll get into the real mess.
I want to get your reaction to what appears to be an unattainable path forward. Very sadly, it's heart-wrenching, in fact, for first-time home buyers. I mean, that's
right. No one will ever be able to buy a home again. We're done. Homes, if you want to buy a home, you shouldn't even try, and it's just over. The American dream has been flushed down the toilet, and I suppose she knows some people in the real estate business that could just, I don't know, overproduce to bring the price down. But I go, okay, never mind. We're all going to be living in a tent.
Everyone's American dream to own their own home, whatever it is, how large or small. It's one.
It's pretty large, actually, in the United States.
One of those goals that everybody always hopes to realize in their life.
And it's over. It's over. And it's over because Joe Biden is president. His presidency, which will last 8 years, will end the ability for us to live in homes. Full-on communism.
And many people even ask me, they say, Kimberly, why even buy a home now if you think it's coming at such an inflated price? Talk us.
All right. No. Why even buy a home now if there's an all-out war by, I guess, illegals crossing the border that are going to murder and slaughter us all? You know what I mean? I would go there first. Not even like, it's like, wow, this house is on fire and so expensive.
Right.
So there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, yes. There's a lot for me to attempt to turn on Joe Biden and attempt to wreck your own business because he's in the real estate area or whatever.
I have a lot of things I want to try and mention to you as far as one is the truth behind the numbers, the reliability. We'll certainly need to get to that. But also, let's talk about housing because, as you know, this is right in our wheelhouse. Home prices are going to continue to go up.
Really? When did that start?
There's just simply too much demand and not enough supply.
So a lot of people have the ability to and want to buy houses, but there are not enough houses for them to buy. Yeah, that sounds like the end of the American dream.
So even the reduced number of qualified buyers overwhelms the limited inventory that's available.
I see. That sounds like it's Biden's fault. Certainly something that Trump could fix.
And it's just supply and demand. So
right. We know.
if you can get in, housing is an incredible opportunity to create wealth. In fact, a homeowner, their net worth on average is 40 times that of a renter. And
That's because of the age, and because a lot of them are retirees, and because people get houses later in life, or because they're married, and versus most renters being single or low income or younger. But that's, by the way, never mind the fact that that's always true. Always has been.
in America, 2/3 of all net worth comes from real estate. So it's something we want to attain, but it's become more expensive. Why?
Because it always becomes more expensive. That's why it's an investment.
Sure, part of it is that home prices have been appreciating, but that's been exacerbated by the additional cost to obtain a mortgage, which the vast majority of people do. Now, why are mortgages expensive? It's because the Fed had to raise rates
From 0.25, which is almost zero, and Trump wanted it to be negative, so people would, I guess, make money borrowing money, which sounds like a recipe for disaster.
525 basis points in the record time in order to slow inflation.
Right. To plug the hole from Trump's $6 trillion tax cut that was unpaid for. And then, of course, to plug the hole, allegedly money printer go burr, because apparently we plugged a $21 trillion hole in the economy with $6 trillion, which he's a Volcker. He's a Volckerite. He's another one of these fuckers.
The inflation is squarely on the shoulders of Joe Biden, as well as the Fed's irresponsibility. The Fed is backward looking. It's like driving your car, but looking in the rearview mirror and not.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. That's exactly what they're doing. That's why we've had 3 recessions that never happened
On the windshield. The Fed continuously,
during the last 2 years.
even till today, the brain trust at the Fed is amongst the weakest we have ever seen. Gone
And yet, we have the strongest economy in the entire world.
are the days of people like Ben Bernanke and Alan Greenspan.
Hi, Burger World.
And here we have these individuals who have never as much as had a lemonade stand or a newspaper route that are controlling the most important price in the world.
Raise your hand if you think it's a good idea to just hand over the inner workings of the Fed to people on the qualification that they had a paper route at some point.
So, Kimberly, when we look at this and we say, okay, yes, it is more expensive because in 2021, when Joe Biden tried to I don't know what he was trying to do, whether it was setting up to buy votes or whatever it was, $1.9 trillion created this inflation that we have. And the
Price per square foot on median income today is 50% higher than just 4 years ago, up $212. You can't blame your Americans for being frustrated. Even a price range. Even a closet is out of